All right, so I'm running through this again because as I'm grading these periodic table practice sheets, we're kind of missing, some of us are missing the parts of the valence electrons and the energy levels. So if we're looking at these, just a reminder, these are our periods. And the periods tell us the energy levels. So therefore, the most energy levels you'll have is 7. So for example, if I ask you about barium, barium will have 6 energy levels. So if I'm thinking about barium, it'll be 4, 5, 6, I think I was counting 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 energy levels. Not that we need that right now. So these would be the energy levels. It tells us how many energy levels it has, how many of the orbitals that it has. Now these, our groups, tell us how many valence electrons there will be. And remember, in one of the videos, I actually wrote out the numbers because the numbers start over. It goes, 1, 2, and then when it gets here, it actually goes back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, wrote that. I wrote it backwards. 7, 8, 9. Oh my goodness, 10. Erase that. I was on a roll. 10. And then it continues on up here. 13. It would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then they have 8 up here. So if I ask you, how many energy levels and valence electrons it would be for silicone. Silicone is number 14. It's right here. So silicone has 3 energy levels. And it has 4 valence electrons. That'll be for silicone. If I ask you about strontium, which is over here, strontium will have 5 energy levels and 2 valence electrons. If I ask you about chromium, which is right here, chromium would have 4 energy levels and 4 valence electrons. Okay? If we look at one more, if I'm talking about iodine, iodine will have 5 energy levels and 7 valence electrons. So please keep all of this in mind when you are completing these assignments. Also, keep in mind, most of the periodic table consists of solids, are going to be solid metals. All the way up until this point here, pretty much, these are all metals. The liquid metal, the only liquid metal that you have is mercury. Then you have your metalloids, which are kind of like the mixture of metals. They have features of metals and nonmetals. And then after that, all of these are nonmetals, including liquid, bromine, and gases. Of course, your noble gases, but some other gases, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and chlorine. So keep those things in mind. Make sure you review your periodic table, get real familiar with it. Also gas, hydrogen, which we know is a nonmetal. But get familiar with these things. When you have these questions, you should be able to say, well, if it's on this main side of this periodic table, it's most likely going to be a solid metal. That is all.